Hello everyone, and this is DaseinWasHere today, and today we'll be talking about tips, tricks, and tactics concerning the Zarek Enforcer. The Zarek Enforcer is a medium assault craft that has high burst damage and is extremely maneuverable. The Enforcer's primary weapon is Escalate. Escalate is a volley fire weapon that does more damage for each round in the volley that you land on your target. Thus, it is extremely important to be very accurate with this weapon to get that high burst damage and benefit from this feature. Escalate has a fairly high cooldown as well as a decent weapon spread. This means that you're going to be fairly close to be able to land all of your rounds. When doing this, it is key to remember that you want to be within around 6 to 5k range to pretty much guarantee a full hit, as well as you do not want to be within 1k range, being as a ship can bug out your guns if it moves from one weapon turret coverage area to another weapon turret coverage area in close proximity, being as your guns, while trying to converge on that ship, will bug out, thus causing you to miss most of your rounds. It is important to keep in mind that your primary weapon has a fairly slow weapon turn speed. Keeping this in mind is key to survival, being as you'll be wasting precious seconds if you're not planning ahead, waiting for your guns to turn around. Your second ability is Taser Beam. Taser Beam is extremely versatile, being as it slows your target by 50% for 5 seconds. This makes it much easier to hit, as well as can also keep it away from objectives long enough for you to finish capping it. Also, Taser Beam has a very important feature, which is the 2-second ability disable that it has. This really is key when fighting duels with ships that can blink away, allows you to catch ships that can blink away, as well as stops abilities from being popped up that can really be detrimental to you being able to kill targets, like popping a Corvette before it can either disarm you or pop up its shield, being able to stop a disruptor from blinking away, interrupting a venture from healing. The utility that this ability provides is really indispensable to the Enforcer. Your next ability is critical to the Enforcer, and that is Boost. Boost gives the Enforcer the mobility to do many things on the battlefield, as well as to close the distances that it has to close to be able to kill targets or capture objectives. There are 3 different Boost loadout options for you, the default being Boost, with 2 options of side grades being either short boost or ranged boost depending on your playstyle. Concerning your boost loadout options, your best bet is to go with either regular boost or ranged boost, being as they give you more versatility on the battlefield than quick boost, being as you're already a very maneuverable craft. Thus, the small combat steroid basically that you get from being able to maneuver a lot faster with short boost really does not help out as much as the extra versatility and range that you can travel very quickly with either regular boost or ranged boost, being as with those you can completely and totally bypass enemy teams to hit key objectives or break through enemy lines to be able to hit those juicy targets that you have to hit to be able to win team fights. Thus, the versatility you gain from that is way more useful than the combat steroid that you gain with quick boost. Blink to target allows you to jump to an enemy or allied ship. This ability is really useful, being as it is extremely versatile. It allows you to use it as a gap closer. It allows you to use it to dodge enemy fire, as well as reposition in combat. Thus, you'll need to really think about when you want to use it, being as it has still a fairly decent cooldown, but can be used multiple times in a combat. It is very important to note that this is not the most accurate thing in the world. Thus, if you click on a target, you may or may not be in the exact position you thought you would be in, and can lead to some very interesting situations. Your final ability is Cap Mod Buoy. Cap Mod Buoy allows you and your allies 50% enhanced cap, as well as it inhibits the enemy cap by 50%. This is an extremely useful ability when regarding team assaults on key objectives like Gamma and enemy home base, as well as allows you to cap objectives much faster on your own, thus really giving you a hit and run ability, being able to hit enemy objectives and cap them before the enemy really has time to react. Cap Mod Buoy does have a long cooldown though, thus it is very important to choose when you're going to use it. Are you going to use it to speed cap a enemy forward station so you can go into the enemy base? Well, great, it's going to allow you to hit it before the enemy can get there, but the thing is, now you're not going to have it when you attack the enemy forward base. Or let's say Gamma's going to be coming up soon, you're not going to have it for Gamma, thus you're really going to have to think about when you're going to use it. You also need to think about when and where you're going to deploy it, because if you fire it out have your cat mod buoy out, and let's say an enemy flagship's nearby, guess what? Flak will destroy it. Fighters can destroy it. Enemy rounds that target it can destroy it. Thus, it's very important to know when you're going to deploy it and where you're going to deploy it, or you're not going to have it when you need it, or you're not going to have it for very long. When flying the Enforcer, it is important to remember your strengths and weaknesses. You are a very strong craft when it comes to the fact that you have strong burst damage, you have strong maneuverability, you can beat places very quickly and take away initiative from the enemy. But you also have a big weakness as in the fact that you do not have a large health pool and you have paper thin armor. This makes you easy to kill if you are focused down by an enemy or if you're in combat for too long. Thus, you're going to need to take advantage of your strengths and keep in mind your weaknesses when assaulting. This means you're going to be more focused on caps and taking objectives than going after kills. As the Enforcer, you're going to be the one that's going to open up the forward base for your team. You're going to be the one that goes to Gamma first and is able to help cap that before the enemy can react. You're going to be the one that goes and helps start backcapping to keep the enemy busy. You're the one that's going to be keeping them busy. And the nice thing is you have the firepower to back that up. You get to a point of the enemy forward station and enemy hunters there. You have firepower to deal with that. And enemy assault ships there. You have the power to deal with that. Also, you have the strength to be able to go in and cap it quickly with cap mod. You have blink to help move around. You are a fast ship and you have the power to do that. The other thing that you have is you have the ability to help out your team in team fights by not going in and being the frontline engager. You're the one that's going to be sitting out there seeing a sniper over in the distance, being able to boost over and take him down. You're going to be the one that sees the enemy healer. You're going to be able to go in, take it out. You're going to be basically a precision hit and run assassin, taking out a key target on the enemy team before the enemy team can react, and then helping out your team in the team fight. Several things to remember when trying to accomplish your role with the Enforcer on the battlefield are to remember to pay attention to the minimap. The minimap lets you help plan your mode of attack, where you're going, what points I need to focus on, as well as it also lets you know where you're jumping to, because the multiple jump points on the map really affords you the luxury of being able to have more tactical options. Instead of jumping into a spot and having one fixed jump point, you now can jump in to a more tactically advantageous situation by seeing, oh, the enemy sniper is facing this way, so let me jump here so I can either take this point without being shot at, or I can jump right, maybe sometimes right on top of them, or right into a spot where I can easily get to a particular target like a healer, a sniper, or just a vulnerable enemy. It also lets you go in and not jump on top of things which can easily kill you, because jumping on top of a brawler is extremely fatal. When backcapping, you're going to want to be facing the direction you want to be facing when you jump. That way you don't waste time turning around in the enemy base, and you can more efficiently jump and keep that cycle going of taking a base, going back into their base. As well as it also allows you in certain cases to be facing in different directions that you need to be facing to take out particular targets or get behind cover. Also, when backcapping, you're going to want to, if someone is chasing you and you know they can take you out, jump in and get close as you can to the forward shield while still capping. That way, if something comes in that can kill you, you pop right under their forward shield, pop straight back up. That way, you're using the shield as cover so you can continue the backcap process or just escape to safety. Also, when assaulting the enemy base, you're going to want to remember that you don't have to take out all the turret defenses. All you have to do is take out one, huddle there right close to where that turret used to be, and now you're capping the base. Now if an enemy comes in, respawns comes in, you now have that cover also to jump out, continue backcapping, or go where you need to go, as well as, let's say it's something that you can kill, now they actually have to come to you and you can face them on your terms. I hope you've enjoyed this video on tips, tricks, and tactics on flying the Zarek Enforcer, and if you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, take care.